I just want to say, América va por el tetracampeonato. Y no lo digo desde ahorita, lo digo porque in the past 20 seasons, América has been there every single time in the liguilla. Okay? La liguilla está hechos para equipos como la América.
¿Qué onda, mi César?
¿Qué onda, Omar? ¿Cómo
Muy
andas?
feliz llegaste.
Oh, I've been so happy these past few days.
¿Yeah?
Ni te lo imaginas.
Poco.
Sí.
Has it affected your everyday life?
It has.
Yeah.
I
Everything's
see,
just brighter.
everything's brighter.
Colors
Yeah,
just-
I'm just like, yo, this moment in my life has just been happier. It's like, ay, no. Before I would suffer y ahora irá. Bien feliz de la vida.
La depre.
Sí.
Ya no hay nada, huh?
Nada. Todo se borró. Todos mis problemas over the past few days.
Yeah, it's been 3-4 days
Yeah.
now, and
Algo
everything's
así.
beautiful.
Everything's, yeah, bro.
No debt, no
Nada,
problems.
no.
Mi mano me grita igual.
Sí, así andamos todos felices.
Hell yeah. So welcome back, folks, to episode 130 of Goal Sided. This is going to be very Cesar heavy because
go.
Cesar's America is Tricampeon, unfortunately.
Campeón. Let's go, bro.
I could not jump online without seeing everything about America. I didn't watch the final on Sunday because I had homies in town. But I saw it all over the Discord. I was rayándole la madre in there, even though I wasn't watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sunday till now, I just kept seeing things. Yesterday, I did a live. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out on Twitch, where I finally watched the highlights of Sunday's match. And
Bonitas, huh?
pues, I mean, pa ustedes, sí, I'm not going to lie, right? I'm not going to be tampoco tanto hater,
Yeah.
right? Deserved. They beat every hurdle that they had to get to where they are. They beat the number 1. They beat the number 2. They beat the number 4.
Yeah. ¿Qué se lo va a hacer? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the night of la final, I was very quiet, very anxious.
In the Discord?
In the Discord.
I feel like in most matches, you're not really in there until after.
Yeah. It's because I like talking shit. Hey, ¿cómo quedó la América?
I know.
Ya
I fucking
cuando
hate
ganaron.
that shit. I want to fucking report your ass on fucking Discord or something.
So it's kind of like, yo, I can't talk shit until we win. And like that Cruz Azul game, I remember just not saying a word, but I was seeing the notifications come in. I was watching the game on my way back. Same thing with this Monterrey game. It's like I was so tuned in, just watching the game every second, enjoying every second as a fan, as an America fan. And even more once Richa scored, right?
Yeah.
It's like...
That was definitely like what made you guys feel probably very secure.
Yeah.
2 goals up.
It was insane. And I think overall, if we want to get into it already, it's just the way this liguilla, the way this season played out for America, just going all the way to the final the way we did, made you really proud of the team you support, and just overall is the main thing why, or the main emotion is like why I'm happy. It's because of all the shit we went through to get to that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's get right into it. So I think a big piece to it was like everyone says liguillas son de momentos, no? Do not get that team that's sneaking in and is the hottest team in the league, right? And it had to be America. They snuck in as like 8th place, but then with the repechaje matches, they got 7th, right?
Yeah.
So like you get an America that was getting players back from injury. Diego Valdez wasn't even there most of the time still, but they got him back at the very end. But like El Búfalo Aguirre at his top moment even gets called up to Uruguay. Yeah. Brian Rodriguez getting more minutes with Uruguay because he's balling out, and he's off the bench.
Yeah.
Right. Henry Martin all of a sudden scoring, even though he didn't have that great of like a first 3/4 of the season.
Yeah, and then he got injured as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's just I think the players showed up when they needed to. I think Jardine, especially in the liguilla. I think even before the liguilla when they beat, I forgot who they beat, but I was like, yo, like if America continues this going into la liguilla. I think it was Santos, and everybody was like, "Oh, Santos is like último de liga. Like, what are you guys doing?" But it was like our first win that we were like, "All right, okay, maybe we're gonna catch steam." Y luego, and we did. We won like a string of like 3 or 4 games or didn't lose. And then we got that Toluca game where it was like, oh shit, like,
Big ol'
okay,
smack in the
4-0, smacked in the mouth. Can we learn from it? Okay, we're in the play-in. As long as we get past Tijuana, the very first one, then we can start working with that. And once we got past Tijuana, we're like, okay, se está poniendo buena la cosa. America's looking good. Tijuana's not that easy of a team. And then we got past Toluca, which was huge. It was when we learned that Jardine was like, had all these maneuvers, hands under, or como se dice, cartas bajo la manga that you're like, oh shit, okay. And it was very surprising when we kept it 0 at the back for both games. And we're like, okay, se está poniendo. We still got Cruz Azul, pero holy shit, agárrense. El Cruz Azul al América no le va bien. Y así, hasta la final.
For real. And weirdly enough, the tightest match that they had out of all of them was the tie against Tijuana.
Yeah.
So, like, it's pretty crazy that, coming into the playoffs after having that big loss versus Toluca, and then you do a play-in where everyone's like, okay, it could go either way. Either America's going to come in steaming hot, or they can, like, who knows, even Chivas can make it in, but America doesn't make it in somehow, right? Because they have the tougher matchup. O no sé. Va a haber clásico in the second repechaje game or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then they play at Tijuana, and it raises questions, right? Because Osorio seems to be cooking against Jardine. Like, he almost had him. Oh, shit.
And it was at their home, too. Yep. So there was that added factor. Cruz Azul can tell you all about it.
And then from there, immediately after they go to Toluca, and it's like, bro, it's over because you couldn't even you barely got by Tijuana. This team beat you 4-0. Didn't look like you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
And then you shut them out. And then the Cruz Azul one was pretty tight, but they made it through. They figured out a way through. Like, they just kept figuring out a way through.
Era una final adelantada, la del Cruz Azul.
Oh, for sure.
It was, I think that game was bells and whistles, todo lo que uno quería. I think we talked about it last week. And then rightly so, because now looking back at the Monterrey matches, America had dominated both games. You know, there's just no way where Monterrey can make a comeback. We never felt like they would.
Yeah. Let's get into some questions then. Do you think the Lucas Ocampos injury really messed Monterrey up that much?
I think it did, but I think at the end of the day, no pesando in your home stadium, it's a big red flag. Yeah. Like, I can't believe if America were to go back home to El Estadio Azteca and play the last match there, donde se decide todo, like, America is going to go until the last second and not give up whatsoever. And I feel like Monterrey, throughout not only this season but previous liguillas, they just haven't showed that El Gigante de Acero pesa.
Yeah.
It's like the players don't show up. You've always had like pretty big names, big price tag as Monterrey players, and they just don't show up. And I think it was the same in this case. I think, yes, maybe he would have helped a little bit, but at the end of the day, the other Spaniard, Canales, was also very quiet, very shy, very like didn't want to get involved. Maybe a pundit, I forgot who on Fútbol Picante, was saying that this is the first final he plays in his professional career. No es en España. Okay, we're not playing in La Liga, whatever, but still playing at a final with all those people against America, like you.
In a foreign country.
In a foreign country with that magnitude, de tomos te pesa.
Yeah.
You're a human being, te va a pesar.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors, but at the end of the day, tienes que pesar en tu propio estadio.
One of the reasons why I brought it up, and one of the reasons why I think Lucas Ocampos does make a big piece of that, is because I don't think the Michelis did anything to help out this team, really. From anything different from who was right before the Michelis? It was it wasn't Vasco, right?
It was the one in Santos.
It was Ertano Ortiz, your ex-homie del America. Like, I don't see anything different from that, right? Supposedly these Argentinos extranjeros that are going to cook something crazy, que I don't know, que son como Marcelo Bielsa or something. They're these prodigies, but they're not.
Yeah.
And they're just being recycled. And the Micheli seems like this, like the same as Siboldi, just going to come in, gets that paycheck, because Maybe he sounds different than everyone else from Mexican footy, and he's not giving any different result. And I think you could really tell because Lucas Ocampos gets injured, and then they don't have a way to figure out any other system of play.
Yeah.
No matter what. So what that tells me from what I've seen from Monterrey in most of the season is that they're very player dependent. And yes, if you have half of your squad that has had European experience against a team in Liga MX that doesn't have a single player in their ranks ever go to Europe, it might be difficult for them, right? So, but it's like that's why I was pretty bummed the moment that I saw Lucas Campos pull up with that hamstring, because I was like, oh my god, dude! Now it's gonna be on Oliver Torres on the other side to help out Canales on one wing. And then figure out who the hell helps you out on the wing that he was on. No, I was like,
yeah. I mean, to be fair,
great.
Fimbres did play a pretty decent game.
And Fimbres, I even said it on the live yesterday. I was like, I kept calling him out because he was in highlights where he was starting plays.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, Fimbres, tú échale ganas, güey. You're not, yo no te echo nada la culpa a ti, güey. And I was like, the rest of your squad, they fucking suck. Tecatito had a horrible first match after.
It's embarrassing.
After even the comentaristas were calling out how lackluster he seemed. Maybe it was the gash that he had, but
even before that,
he was walking everywhere, and
he couldn't get a pass right.
But he kept trying to do weird tiki taka, and I was like, bro, that's not you.
Yeah, you're not 23, 24 anymore.
No, but also that's not his style of play either, right? It's enfrentar al defensa y tratar de ganarle la banda or something. It just looked like he wasn't on. And that's how a lot of the team looked.
Yeah, and then so maybe Monterrey really has to take a step back and look inward porque you keep bringing all these high-profile players. You're not building a solid squad. Like, de eso se trata. De eso ganó la América. The keeping players que maybe they weren't liked anywhere else. Like el Chicote, I always get him mixed up. El Búfalo Aguirre, like Fidalgo being in the Segunda División, getting rescued there by Solari. All of these players who Jonathan Dos Santos was crazy big last season, but also did well this season. It's like all these players maybe were either rejects from other teams or vienen de no tener tanto juego a encontrarse en el América, and having a Henry Martin who's gone through the similar issues before 3-4 years ago, and now he's the one giving speeches saying, yo, like, you guys are the ones that put everything on your back, and this is why we're here.
Yeah.
Like Ramon Juarez also being super young and having to step in.
That's a big thing for Monterrey. I think a big theme of it is bought, not built.
Exactly.
Right? It has been the same thing before when Tigres was having all of their glory in the shitty stadium like El Volcán. They were winning all of their championships with El Tuca, no matter what, right? And then the one under Siboldi, like, they were winning, no matter what. Monterrey's over here, like, cashing checks and building this Gigante de Acero, but they can't do anything other than that final against America back in the day. But, like, outside of that, they've been really disappointing because if we go back to the match, it just seems like you put 11 All-Stars out there and they all have never even seen each other before. Yeah. And then they're just trying to figure out how to win. And even those individuals don't stand out. Like Arteaga, my guy, you were at Hank. Yeah. What's going on? You were high flying. Just last summer, you scored a banger of a goal at the selección. Like, where? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pasó? Like,
yeah.
I mean, Hector Moreno, I can't blame him. That fool's just older, right? But, like, El Corcho Rodriguez, the center mid del Monterrey, I called him out as, like, coming from Estudiantes de La Plata, he was going to be one of the best players in the league, and that fool's hell disappointing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, no hay quien irle. Como dijiste, Fimbres is probably the only one que se salva.
And it's pretty sad to see, like, you see Oliver Torres, and you're just like, nah, that fool's not going to do anything. Bro, he's, like, from Sevilla, like, from Europe, and no más, no. I was like, ¿de dónde va a meter gol Monterrey?
Yeah.
They got nothing. Nothing. And the one goal that they did score in the first match in the Canales was just a fucking worldie.
Yeah, it was just a banger.
And I was like, I said on the live, like, bro, score 5 more, do the same play. But the thing is, I give big credit to Jonah. Maybe Jardine told him, but I could see him and Fidalgo were side to side, and they were Canales was always behind, and then that play happened. He scored the banger goal, and then como que se escalonearon y así. And Jonah was a lot more on Canales, and I think he did that game 2 as well. Yeah. And that's probably why Canales was más calladito.
Yeah, he como que se tiraba more to the right side, to their right winger, porque también pues no encontraban por dónde. They were just trying to get the ball and then try to get a cross in. But I mean, America has been really good all liguilla en los cruces, ¿verdad? Mm-hmm. Getting crosses out, Ramon Juarez, Cáceres, Israel Reyes. And that's also another thing to point out about America, que defensively they've been really solid.
Yeah.
So all of these teams like Monterrey.
Unlikely heroes too. Ramon Juarez out of nowhere when everyone was hating on him, or is it going to be Nestor Araujo taking this kid's job, and he showed up. También Cáceres, I feel like a lot of people after his injury were like, nah, he's going to leave or something.
I think the biggest one is probably Kevin Alvarez.
Oh, for real.
The biggest one that even I was surprised when he started against Toluca. I was like, wait, is the way he's in playing right now?
He ended up balling.
¿Qué chingados está haciendo? I mean, balled out. Maybe, again, Jardinez there the day after day, like he knows him.
No, for sure. And I mean, a la mano de Jardinez, I mean, I figured at some point he would get better. Unless it's all on him, and he just was like, I don't give a fuck about soccer. Puro pinche viejas y party. Puro Karol G concerts in Ciudad de Mexico or something.
Get some more tattoos, you say.
Oh, that fool's got hella neck tats right now. Huh?
Yeah. Se quiere parecer a Arteaga.
Oh, for real, huh? But, I mean, big kudos to your America.
Yeah.
Tricampeon. We could talk about all the controversies or whatever, but the final, in honesty, against Monterrey, I feel like didn't have too many controversies.
I think this Liguilla overall didn't.
Because that sort of one was hella controversial.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. That Araujo one, I'll die on that hill. That shows a penal.
No, it wasn't.
But the Monterrey match, I mean, que había, and there's nothing.
Nada.
Nomás se le vio.
America should have scored a lot more. It should have been a wider margin, especially in that first match.
For sure.
Yeah, porque Monterrey parecía perdido. Like, they were just like, please don't score on me anymore. Come on.
Bro, the frustrating thing for me, the full Joao Rojas, who came in and scored the banger of a goal, the 3-2 aggregate at that point, the Monterrey, he got the cut in, and then he scored a fucking, whipped them around.
Against Atletico, you're saying?
No, against America, el que metió the goal that like gave Monterrey life. They just needed one more.
Okay, yeah.
Morenito Colombiano, I think. Colombiano winger. He didn't play at all in the first match. And I was like, dude, extranjero, baller, young, great player. Look him up on
you got him.
On the America match. He scored the 1-1. Joao Rojas came off the Johan Rojas.
22-year-old.
He's good, but he doesn't get any minutes. And he didn't play the first match at all. And I'm like, dude, this guy's aggressive. He went in and lo quería hacer solo.
Yo, he legit didn't play any minutes. He only played, was it against Atletico en el de ida? Before that, against Atlas, November 2nd. What the fuck?
And then he comes in one half, and the second half, the whole second half, the ball was on his side. And he estaba haciendo sus jugadas, and there was one play at the end where he took a crazy shot from far, and it went over, but not by that much. But todavía los huevitos de Canales in the box to be like, hey, send it in. And I'm like, bro, you're not doing anything. That fool just scored. Yeah. Let him do something.
I can't remember his goal. I'm trying to remember. I just can't.
He got it like I think they might have crossed it in the box, and there was like a little mini deflection out, like right out, almost outside the 18. And he got it as a left winger.
And he went across the goal.
He did like a shortcut, and Malagon was way too much to his post. And he didn't even curl it like crazy. He just kind of inside of the foot, and he got a good goal on the other side. But these are the things that I criticized the Michelis about. Bruh, you had the player there that's aggressive, and you go with all these lackluster players, including mainly talking straight to Tecatito.
Yeah.
Like, the Michelis must have been kicking himself in the ass afterwards. Like, bro, I should have given that kid more minutes. What the hell?
I just think the Michelis couldn't give two fucks. Like,
well, I mean, at the same time, he has so many players, right?
But like even his demeanor during the game, ¿verdad? Era más como Jardiné lo vive intenso. No digo que todos los coaches tienen que vivirlo intensos every match,
No, yeah.
pero you're in a final. Like,
But that's the Argentino vibe, no? Maybe a little bit. Unless you're Almada. Well, Almada's Uruguayo, no?
yeah. But you tell me, Paunovic, I mean, Almeida no los vivía intensos.
Well, yeah,
todos.
ese way, sí. But it's like a type of coach, no?
It's like, I just was
Pachuca
like,
Ferretti, Brasileiro, right?
you just gotta, you transmit, también as a coach, desde afuera, hey, muévanse, or he does a great slide tackle right next to you. Let's go, cabrón. Like,
but maybe that's
going.
why he's such like a new, like he viene fresco a la Liga MX, no? So like it's like, okay, do you care about your team? Do you care about winning the league? Do you really give a shit? Or were you already guaranteed like, hey, bro, just get us far in the playoffs, but you'll be here next year. Don't even trip.
Jeez.
Right? Because like in my opinion, that was disgraceful to lose at home like that.
Yeah.
Not have a system of play, which I don't think owners, I mean, they might not have the footy knowledge to really give a shit about that. But like, la vergüenza en tu pinche casa, se te lastimó tu mejor jugador, and you couldn't figure out anything else. No other way to attack.
Yeah.
The thing that kind of pissed me off when Johan Rojas scored the goal, he went and hugged him like straight to the coach, and I was like, "My guy, no te mete, no te mete."
A lo mejor le quería recordar, yo lo metí.
I'm a fan of projects. I love continuation of coaches, even if they struggle a bit. I hated when they got rid of Nacho Ambriz, even though
Santos.
Even though he was trying to do something with kids.
Yeah.
Right. This is not one of those projects that I would like to continue.
Yeah.
Get rid of him and figure out a bigger, better situation with the coach.
Yeah. Bring in, como tú dices, like, que tengan un proyecto, try to build a squad, try to build that, Humberto Suazo squad they had back in the day. Back to those glory days, pa, que haya competición, porque this was a pretty sorry-ass final. I mean, I'm glad America won and all, but the game against Cruz Azul had everybody on the edge of their seats, y esa era la final que nos merecíamos.
Esa sí era la final. So yeah, before we get into maybe a little bit more in the future, let's give Cesar a bit of time. Cesar, whatever you want to say to the haters, to the lovers, to your America fans, to the rest of the teams that are trying to catch up. ¿Qué onda?
I just want to say, América va por el Tetracampeonato. Y no lo digo desde ahorita, lo digo porque in the past 20 seasons, América has been there every single time in the liguilla. Okay? La liguilla está hecha para equipos como la América que saben manejar la presión, que saben tener los jugadores correctos on the field with the right attitudes, with the right coaches. We put them there for a reason. All hail to Baños, who's headed this project in a great direction. También Jardiné, pero también viene desde arriba. Del Azcárraga, maestro señor. Y nada, que se venga. I want to see who stops this América, porque este América es de época.
Azcárraga's on leave.
No le hace, me vale.
That fool stepped aside because it's being investigated.
From Televisa, but not from America? Or the other way around?
I think he has to. When it's not like it's from both. To my understanding,
Jeez.
yeah, he's taking an absence right now.
I didn't know his dad was one of the... His dad owned it.
His dad was the
él.
Televisa guy, and then he's hijo de papi.
Pero ahí va. No es como otros hijos de papi que no llevan el proyecto tan bien.
Pues, bro, con el dinerazo que traen, no manches. They just release a new novela, and then they're like, hey, 10 extranjeros. Whoever you guys want.
Let's go.
No.
Hey, actually, no. Para eso, we fielded 8 Mexicanos this final. Fielded 8.
Not starting.
Yeah, starting.
Starting?
Yeah.
Because you're just talking about the subs y todo, because you got Alar Cervantes.
Is the only one that is in the back line.
In the back line.
Uruguayo. Because all of our back line that last game was Mexican. And then...
The middle, Fidalgo.
No. Fidalgo's Mexican.
Oh, my God. También no me empiezas a chingar.
Te la doy. Fidalgo.
Yeah. Búfalo.
Y el Búfalo, 3. 9,
Yeah.
10, 11. Ahí está. Es todo.
Pero
todos
también
los demás son
Botna,
mexicanos.
Bill, Sendejas, ¿de dónde salió? Cervantes, ¿dónde salió?
¿Y de qué te estamos diciendo? Que
Malagón del
acá
Morelia.
sí se aprecian. They made him into better players.
Yeah, I have a take for this on why these
El
players.
escudo pesa.
Why? Yeah, I agree. Escudos pesan overall.
Yes.
Overall, el de Monterrey apparently no pesa, right? Or maybe pes. I don't know. They just don't care about it, right? But
Yeah.
what I'm getting down to is I think a luxury that America has, and Toluca has, Cruz Azul has, where you see players like Canelo Angulo go to Toluca and ball out, Alexis Vega leave and ball out,
Yeah.
Sendejas go to America and ball out, is that, and this is me bringing Chivas back into it because we're asking why doesn't Chivas have the same success? Because when you go to Chivas, you're not a supporting player anymore. You have to be the best Mexican player in the world when you play at Chivas for Chivas to do well. Because when you're not the best Mexican player in the world, you can be a Sendejas, you can be a Canelo Angulo with Paulinho, with freaking El Búfalo, with Diego Valdez around you, who they cook, and then you cook with them, right? But then the moment that everyone's like, no, you have to be the one guy because nobody else is going to cook more than you. Ahí es donde se les hace muy difícil. And El Canelo Angulo didn't have that personality with Chivas. Sendejas didn't have it. He barely was starting to get it with Necaxa. Then you pull a team like America, a team like Toluca can pull them in to their team and be like, bro, like just go out there and cook as much as you can. Because guess what? Fidalgo's right behind you. Nobody's going to get past him. Buffalo up top, just give him the ball. You'll get 10 assists a season. All right? So it's a little bit different.
So I get where you're coming from, but then my devil's advocate se dice, entonces ¿por qué si lo podían hacer back when we were growing up in that 2006 and that 2004?
It's a different breed of people, a
Okay.
different breed of Mexican player. Back then, there was no shortage of players. Right now, Chivas looks around for Mexican players, and they're like, chingao. Like, either they're valued at double digits for some reason, 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, 11, 12 million, or I have to repatriate the very few very good ones from Europe, or I have to go cantera vibes and get a kid and cross my fingers when we already have our own kids that are like iffy if they're great or not, right? So there's like this, there's this, if we go back in the days, if we're talking like when Borghetti was there, across the league ballers, right? Even in the 90s, Garcia Aspe, like the Hugo Sanchez when he came back from Europe, Peláez, all these fools.
We don't even want to take it that far
There's
back.
plenty to pick from,
Like,
more.
El Venado Medina, Omar Bravo,
Yep.
Bofo Bautista, like they weren't so long ago.
Yeah, but at the same time, those were available players outside of Chivas that they were able to bring in when the rest of the teams were bringing in their great players as well. But I don't think they were bringing in at the level that they are right now. So it's like a perfect storm of where Chivas had Bofo to pick up from a Campeón Morelia and a Campeón Pachuca.
Yeah.
What universe would they pick up a player like that right now? That's like if they brought back, let's say, Sendejas from America. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
America's going to sell them at double digits, right? Or let's say that's if, like Quiñones, who's Mexican, right? If they would have gone for Quiñones, that's the equivalent. Bofo was the star player of that Pachuca squad when they're campeones. Like if Quiñones, you went out and you're like, hey, don't go to America or to the Saudi League, come to Chivas. That's like a joke right now.
Yeah.
It's not feasible. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you that it's a perfect storm. At the same time, I do think that there needs to be a better way to bring those Tapatio players who are champions.
Oh, yeah.
And bring their level up to that first division team. Yeah. Whether that means bringing in better coaching, better youth coaching, or whether that means just allowing players to thrive and not having Chivas as an institution be so toxic. Because at the same time, like, cosas que pasan outside of the field end up affecting players.
Oh, for
so
sure.
Can you also have that in the list of things que, hey, se tienen que calmar y cómo le haces con esa cultura?
Yeah. I think they need a bigger project, including...
Because like you also need to pick the right coaches to build that project.
Yeah, but coaching is one level of a project, right? The other level is like at the Deportivo level, right? Like a Santiago Baños.
Yeah.
Right. If you have what we all thought Fernando Hierro was about to cook, And maybe some of those players are still going through the ranks, but time will tell how many of those Tapatio players will transition into Chivas. Hopefully a couple this season. I like a couple. But it's not just this group of Tapatio. It's like, are those U23s, U19s, U17s? Are they balling still? Did something get instilled in them? Because I have no idea who the new sporting director is right now, right? So I highly doubt he's instilling some Real Madrid de Mexico type vibes.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Would you be open to having a Mauri Vergara sell the team? Do you prefer him selling the team or keeping it?
I'm open to anything like that. I'm like, I don't. I think a multi-billionaire has to come in and buy like a humongous. Like if Citigroup came in, then yeah, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna buy every amazing Mexican player, and I would have all the confidence in the world that the youth system is gonna be top level. But I don't know, it just seems like this Chivas team is pretty good at selling their tickets, selling their jerseys, small-minded within Guadalajara and Mexico, maybe even US. But it's like, bro, like, how do you make that bigger, better players? Because you're cooking yourself into bad situations. Amaudi's probably asking himself, like we all are right now, like, why aren't there so many Mexican players for me to choose from? My guy, you set yourself up to get gypped because you're letting yourself get stepped on by being charged 13 million for like Orbelin Pineda, that's 3 million for domestic shitty players. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. You're not setting the institution up to be like, you guys would need to want to come here and make this team amazing. So that's bad on that part. And then overall, he's not setting up the system, the youth system to do well. He's not using the U.S. pochos to his advantage.
That's a big one.
And it's just like, okay, we can all complain about that now, but you should have been doing this 10 years now. Yeah. You've had the team for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just...
What about this one? Would you be open to having extranjeros being Chivas?
No, I don't think so.
Is that a step too far?
I'm not a huge hater on either, like on like a fuck no type of vibes.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of vibe, but I'd rather them not.
Yeah.
Because I think we've talked about it on here. Even you've said it, like, cuando juega bien Chivas, overall Mexican footy is good.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that is something unique to Chivas. I think they can do it. They should do it. And I mean, we're in a stage where they're doing it no matter what. They could have done it 5 years ago and they'd be really good. But they're suffering through a really hard time.
Yeah.
Even though a couple years ago they were in the final. But they...
About 2 years ago, no?
Yeah, 2 years ago. But they need to figure out a way to look... Hopefully Amaudi has a long-term plan that's cooking already. But they need immediate solutions right now because people are boycotting.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, there's people putting they're blocking the sponsors.
Oh, okay.
And they're saying, no invertimos si ustedes no invierten.
Wow. Damn, está entre la espada y la pared.
And that's why I feel like this fool's about to make dumb decisions getting Orbelin for like 13 million. Because he's probably like, bro, I need to bring a big name. Right? No, bro, don't pay 13 million for him. Get one of the Pachuca homies for 3 to 4. Get 2 to 3 23 to 25-year-old ballers. Get you like 1 to 2 28 to 31-year-old.
Do we want to break this down? Like, what positions do you need?
Yeah, so I did it yesterday. I'll just give you the rundown. Diego Reyes, defensa central, 33-year-old, ex-America from Tigres. Get him on the low.
Okay.
Because you need a veterano that's better than Pollo, who just left.
That's a good one. I'll give you that.
All right. Erika Aguirre, lateral de Monterrey. Backup de Monterrey. Ex-captain youth selección de Mexico.
Okay.
Back in the day. Get him on the low. And guess what? I'm so sorry. You're a backup, and you better work your way back up. Because está cabrón el way. Monterrey might be down for a deal. Attacking player that only attacks. Que no baje la verga. I don't give a... Quédate allá, güey. Córdoba.
Damn.
He got like half of the minutes possible in this past season.
I was going to say a Tigres player because Tigres, I feel like, have a lot of players.
Yeah. Him or Jordan Carrillo got 0 goals, 0 assists this past season.
Holy cow. I forgot about it, man. That fool
And he
looked
played
good.
hella minutes, and he got 0 goals, 0 assists all season long.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Those are one of those, like, America finding Sendejas on the low. That is a good one, I think, from Santos, where lowball them and get them into your ranks and make them ball out with Chivas.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
a
they
good
need
one.
a striker, maybe a winger, like, as a backup. But, like, I think those are the main pieces. A couple of veterans that know how to win.
And, like, even getting these types of players, a la afición Chivas, you're like, okay, like, we feel like Mario Vergara, la directiva, like, has a plan. Like, has looked past just getting that big price tag player.
Yeah, and that's where it is. A lot of fans are also just so se están saboreando Orbelín or Luis Chavez. When I'm just like, bro, like, wouldn't you rather him stack the team?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's not a lot of Mexican players to say, like, oh, bro, we could get like 3 to 4 million players and we're going to be hella good. Like, no hay tantos. But, like, I do like a Diego Reyes. I like a Eric Aguirre del Monterrey. I think they know how to win. They know how to win championships.
I mean, hasta te doy a Néstor Araujo.
No, yeah, but I mean, we strayed away to Chivas, which was one of our segments, so we knocked it out. But my question to you, Cesar, you already said it. You guys are going for Tetracampeon. Who are you guys going to lose this season? Who do you think?
Oh, okay.
Rumor,
So,
Diego Valdez.
Diego Valdez. Cáceres is also rumored. Jeez, I forgot who else.
Sendejas también, ¿no?
No. Brian Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah, he's like out the door already.
So, esos tres ya son significantes bajas. But, I mean, overall, like I said, America has built a team as long as we don't lose somebody like Jardine, Malagón, who were big, even Sendejas, I would say. The other ones, we can find decent replacements.
There's rumors that you guys might get Idrisi.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I'd take him.
I don't think it'll happen this season
was,
because he has the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
But that'd be crazy. Like, the league needs to block that shit. Like,
yeah.
Por favor, no.
I mean, no porque they're balling out, they're gonna ball out. I mean, lo que pasó con Eric Sanchez. I mean, it's like he didn't ball out.
Come to Chivas, my guy.
The same
Balled
way.
out enough. Gave you guys the pase to the final. A él tienen que darle gracias, güey. Sí. No manches. He was in the right place.
At the right time.
And
flew.
Pesa 20 libras el güey.
Let's go. No comió ese día.
Sí, no. No le dieron de comer.
But I mean, I think overall, America, just in general, regular campeonato is one league. We've said it before. Liguilla is a completely different campeonato. Like, Liguilla is its own tournament. And I feel like if America can sneak in like they did this season, they're very well candidates to making it all the way.
That's the thing. Cruz Azul's got to get over this hump because they're going to see them again next season. 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and the same questions will be lingering. Can you beat them? And
especially
they'll even beat them in the season.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll smack them in the season, but then I bet you Jardine will be on the sideline like,
hey, acuérdate. Especially because Cruz Azul had that record-breaking regular season
42 points, dog.
It's like, ni el mejor equipo, record-breaking equipo, con eso nos pudiste ganar. It's like, te digo, fantasmas son fantasmas.
Fantasmas. Is this, super quick, is this the best Liga MX team of all time? Jeez. In torneos cortos, let's start there.
The best Liga MX
torneos
team.
Cortos after what, 2019-99
I think this is the best Liga MX team without like a overshining star.
Cálmate, don't start putting in things.
I don't think it's the
Rodrigo
best.
Aguirre is a star. Fidalgo,
Sí,
a Real Madrid Castilla player is also groundbreaking.
Pero no
Tampoco no nos hagamos.
El Cuauhtémoc Blanco, no tuvimos el prolific goal scorer que digamos, este güey all season y lo, right? Like, they have Idrisi. Like, we talk about Idrisi, like, no lo tuvimos, pero I think America is up there in like the top 10 best teams.
In torneos cortos, who do we have? We have Pumas, bicampeón, right? We have
León
bicampeón. We have Atlas bicampeón.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there's plenty. El Toluca bicampeón. Ellos no fueron bicampeones, pero el de Saturnino Cardoso.
Los 90s, those were long tournaments too, though.
El de Saturnino Cardoso in the early 2000s.
Oh, the one, but in the 90s they were baller too, and
Yeah.
those were all torneos largos.
It's like, hay muchos equipos, but America's definitely
They're up there.
pretty good.
Pues ya me cansé a la madre de hablar tu América,
Let's
güey.
go.
Yeah, I'm glad we get a break. Season doesn't start until like January 12th or some shit like that. We got like
3 weeks.
3 weeks. All the players are going to go and get drunk and just eat.
Pues igual que yo.
Pues yo también en las pasadas.
Let's go.
I'm dead. All right. We took way too long to talk about that. So let's run through some of these. In the Premier League, we got Liverpool tying, dropping some points. Everyone was dropping points. They were down a player.
Kind of a boring week, no?
Yeah.
Porque even the FPL, like I was the highest earning points, and it was like 62, I think.
Your
And
boy's
it's like,
still in first place, baby.
I know,
like my lead grew.
yes.
And I was like,
bro, I just got like, I beat you by like 12 points or something like that. I was like, ¿dónde están? No se notan.
No, yeah, I'm in first place in our FPL budget, and ahorita I'm coasting. I need to keep up the
We're
movements.
not even halfway. Calma.
You see, but Liverpool, they got a tie. They dropped some points, perfect for my Arsenal to
they
make up
play?
some points. Fulham, no?
Oh, yeah, because Robinson got the 2 assists.
Muniz got the tying goal instead of Raul Jimenez. Wait, no hizo nada.
Yeah, that's what it
Then
sentaron.
Then Arsenal had the snooze fest against Everton, where your boy Jordan Pickford was just doing shenanigans. Did you see that?
Yeah. Pickford-esque. Es normal eso.
That fool's.
Se tira y ya se cae. Ya he has 2 defenders in front of him so he can waste time.
Oh, they're doing that now, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of teams are doing that, huh? Like the ball goes to the corner, you take it to the corner, and then you have your center backs basically like
just standing
basketball
there.
block.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get caught one day. Like a player's gonna flop off of it,
Yeah.
and there'll be a penalty.
We'll talk about flops right now.
The king.
The Manchester City game. Manchester City.
Oh yeah, they're down to 5th now.
5th after losing to Manchester United in the Manchester Derby. Crazy match to begin with.
What flop are you talking about though?
About the Kyle Walker flop. You didn't see it?
Oh yeah,
No, hombre, pinche Oscar. Ya dénselo.
Who it was up against
Hoyland.
Against Hoyland, and they gave it the little tope borrego. Barely touched each other.
Almost like an Eskimo kiss, pero
That's not what I expected from Kyle Walker. Yo pensé que tenía más calle que eso.
Sí. And he was a captain too, so I was like, yo, no, that's embarrassing, bro. Like, get up, bro.
Yeah,
like, there's plenty of cameras. Like, we're gonna see that you fucking flopped.
Yeah, it didn't even seem like it was meant to get a yellow. It was more, it looked like shithousery almost también, but it was like, you're not doing great.
Shit, how's
What are
in
you
the
doing?
worst forms? Yeah.
Yeah, but Amad Diallo balling out.
Dude, did you see the Thierry Henry
The breakdown of his goal.
play by play? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like second frame by frame. Yeah.
Jamie Carragher tried to recreate his split that he did.
Yeah.
Because when the ball was in the air and it came down, he did like a full split to trap it.
Yeah. He was
In
up
the
in the air. Yeah.
And Jamie Carragher was like trying to recreate it, and he's like, I can't. But no, I mean,
It was a beautiful
the technique
yeah.
was crazy.
And then Rashford wasn't even part of the squad, which
was
I
at
thought was
home.
great. Yeah, he was left at home by Amarim.
Did you see his tweet?
No, what did
So after the game, he said something about like, "Good on you, boys," like Manchester's red or something like that. And then apparently after the game, he tweeted something saying that he was ready for like a new challenge. Remember? And then I was like,
yeah.
MLS.
Yeah, but that was on Monday.
That was the
the
next
following
day.
day, yeah.
But
tweeted it.
right when the game ended, he took like a screenshot of his humongous TV and was like,
Uh,
"Let's go, boys."
Yeah, I thought it was great for Amarim. It sends a very clear message, something that United needed, and maybe this is the need that Rashford needed to go somewhere else and like ball out because he's still like relatively young.
He's hella young.
It's like what, like 24, 25?
He's coming to Monterrey, I bet you.
Hoy sí. Que se vaya a la América, que Benito Juárez is su great uncle.
For real.
Sí.
Las Chivas. Yeah, Manchester City's currently in Europa League spot. Imagínalos in Europa League? That'd be crazy.
City, that's wild, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
They just won Champions League desde entonces.
Financial fair play, making it a little bit
Ahorita
even.
bien, it's like
They couldn't buy
creeping up.
anybody, no? They didn't buy.
Ay, no me digas que they needed players.
I know, but like, también para rejuvenecer. They went with Kovacic instead of like a ball, like somebody younger, newer, or something. Doku, como que doesn't match the level of transfers.
Yeah, I got him, but no hace nada.
The huge surprise, in my opinion, of the season, Chelsea is within 2 points of Liverpool after they beat Brentford 2-1. It's Cole season, baby.
Yeah, I saw them Chelsea against, I think it was against United, and I was like, yo, this Chelsea like juega con unas ganas.
They all play.
Like the way they touch the ball is very crisp, precise. Todos corriendo, Cole Palmer doing his thing, like.
Everyone running, and then Cole Palmer is just like cool in the middle.
Sí.
He's like, hey, dámela yo.
Sí. Not phased at all whatsoever when he gets the ball. It's actually quite impressive.
You've seen his interviews? That fool's not phased by anything.
No. Somebody, like a psychologist, was breaking it down. I saw a video that said he has some fucking syndrome. There's syndromes for everything. Pero dijo, he's been the it guy from a very young age that he's been able to grow up knowing how to deal with pressure. Or knowing how to be in the limelight all the time, that now that where he is in the biggest of stages,
le vale weenie.
Le vale pistolas, yeah.
Bruh, that's criminal Pep to not notice that then and to want to sell him, bro. Have him on the bench. Ahorita, imagínate. He's the type of player that they need right now with De Bruyne not like 100%.
Dude, De Bruyne, yeah, watching también ese juego, I was like, bro, like De Bruyne gives me the ick porque nomás no hace nada.
Está muy pesadón and like
parece ser nomás just a random person just running around. Like it doesn't even seem like it's De Bruyne. It seems like it's some what is it, Temu copy que lo pusieron ahí.
Temu copy of the Walmart version.
Sí,
así parecen todos, güey. I mean, I thought like, bro, no matter what, you have Bernardo Silva and Gundogan in there, you're gonna be okay. But no, even with them there. No, hombre.
Pinche Guardiola no vale también, even though he scored. El otro Portuguese, the one that gave the bad pass to Ederson. ¿Cómo se llama ese güey? No, el otro.
Mateus Núñez, no?
Yeah.
That fool hella messed up. And then he knocked but then the one where he did the penalty, he messed up on the pass. And then he's like, when you're playing Sunday League, you're like, ay, güey, la regué.
Córrele, güey, que te alcanzan.
You could tell immediately, he's like, oh, what did I do? And it's like, yeah, bro, you're not on Wolves anymore.
Yeah.
It's another transfer that I'm like,
yeah.
Really? Like, but like, Hugo, like, he's like, oh, I'm a Wolves quality player and I just messed up. So I got to do some crazy shit to make up for it. And then, I don't know.
Yeah. And then you see Pep on the sideline, and he knew as soon as he gave that bad pass, he was praying.
That should have been one of those, like, those coaches that are like, I'm surprised Pep doesn't do it more, where like they mess up exactly what you told them not to do. They did. Vámonos. Immediately, no? I'm surprised Pep, we haven't seen that. He hasn't like blown his top with subs from what I've seen.
Yeah, maybe we'll see that.
For real.
Enough. Jesus.
For real. Quickly in La Liga, let's move on to La Liga. Barcelona, they lost against Leganés. Barcelona is 2 points ahead of Atletico Madrid, 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. Both of them have a point in hand, one match in hand.
Yeah.
Is it Jover?
No, it's not Jover. No, porque todavía falta.
Did you see the Dani Olmo? No? That's again, they're going to have trouble registering.
Yeah, it's a shit show. Dani Olmo needs Barcelona need an influx of money so they can keep Dani Olmo registered and with his salary. So, yeah, it's kind of hard.
They need to put Karol G on the jerseys again or something.
Sí, o los Tigres del Norte or algo.
Fuck, imagine.
Or buy him.
Peso Pluma. Did they do Peso Pluma?
They have one. Yeah. Fuerza Regida. Change it up.
Would you buy the Peso Pluma?
I think they're so fucking...
They're cringy?
Yeah, they're cringy.
The Shakira one was hell weird.
Bro, we've fallen so far from grace. We used to have UNICEF. Before that, we didn't have anything.
UNICEF was the first sponsor and the only sponsor on it for the longest time. And now they're like, ¿Quién quiere? ¿Quién quiere? ¿Quién quiere? Badial.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, it's just... But yeah, they need money for Dani Olmo, and it's not looking good.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, let's move it on to the Intercontinental Cup, where Real Madrid did come and try their hardest.
They did?
They literally came out with their perfect starting lineup. Everybody, Mbappe, Bellingham, Valverde, Modric, Courtois. I'm surprised.
Así se juega Botafogo, cabrones.
I'm surprised they didn't play Lunin, but Courtois was in there.
I mean, even with Lunin, they would have still won, but...
I know, maybe you would have let one in or something.
Todo el respeto a Pachuca. Ancelotti had said it before, saying, hey, if they're here for a reason. Let's respect them. Bellingham said the same thing before the match.
They're like, I don't know them, but they're here.
Pero de un lugar que se llama
Hidalgo.
Where is that? But
Pachuca. But, I mean, Pachuca gave it their all. But low-key, Real Madrid dominated 100%.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were on first gear.
Okay.
I didn't see Real Madrid like sweating. I didn't see it like they had any fear of losing. Like they
Very
needed
confident.
Yeah, Rudiger looked like he was having the time of his life out there. Like, which I mean, he had the toughest job on Rondon, honestly, like a physical battle. But like Pachuca no tuvieron mucho.
Rondon had a few, right? Had like two.
Rondon had a couple, but most of them were like, llegamos, hay que tirarle. Not like, let's build up and let's get good opportunities. De Osa, that fool's got a godly left right now, right? Just hits it from wherever. That dude, it stood out to me that he kept getting like rebotes and he's like, vámonos a donde sea, cabrón. Vámonos. Versus like controlled play, like the Idrisi goals the last couple times.
Yeah.
Como que andaban más apresurados that like, we're not going to get to the keep that much, so let's make them count. And como que se apresuraron un poco. But I mean, big kudos to them for making it.
Yeah.
They're going to play each other again in the summer.
They are. Should be interesting. Where's that group located? No sabes?
I think they're going to be in Charlotte. I think the Real Madrid versus...
Of course. That's a big-ass stadium. It holds like 90K people.
Yeah, we got the Club World Cup coming. I got some tickets to Monterrey River Plate.
Ay, qué aburrido.
Bruh.
I mean, River Plate fans are going to make it cool, but like...
Monterrey fans too. La Pandilla is going to be out there. I got love for y'all. Don't trip. But
I don't. But
they're going to disappoint me again there.
But I mean, Monterrey is not too far from... where is it? In Vegas or in LA?
In LA.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
what I'm excited about is that it's pretty even level teams. I think it's going to be a good match. I don't want to go like if Monterrey played Real Madrid, bro. They're going to get fucking
Who else is in that
smacked.
group?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anyone even knows who's in whose group. We're all just like, I want to watch a good game. But I feel like Monterrey has to feel pressure to get better players. So I'm excited for the lineup that they will have.
Yeah.
River Plate is going to prep for this. A ver quién traen. It'll be a good match. And it's right down the street. It was the best match in LA. Así te la pongo.
They got Internacional and they got Urwara Red Diamonds. Yo voy a esa.
But the other good match was PSG versus Atletico Madrid, which would have been cool. It was more expensive. And I don't
PSG
like...
against who, you said?
Atletico Madrid. Which
Yeah.
would have been... It's a great match on paper, right? But like, I don't like Cholo ball.
Yeah.
And
then
like,
PSG is always disappointing.
PSG también es tiki-taka de Luis Enrique. No, I'm cool off that. One note in a random league in the Dutch league, Santi Jimenez triplete. Firing on all cylinders right now, Santi on fire. His dad came out and said that he expects Santi to be out of there by the summer.
Oh, wow. Those are big words.
Well, he's his agent, right? So he can say it, I think.
Wait, I thought he moved. Didn't he go with Holland's agent group?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought his dad... Well, his dad's still involved somewhere there, no? But
Yeah.
Chaco Jimenez came out and said que he's going to leave in the summer because the past couple performances have shooken up the market, he said. And because Feyenoord is open to listening to offers. When ya la cagaron like 2 transfers in a row.
Yeah.
A ver a quién va. Una Arsenal estaría chido.
Yeah, he's with Erling Haaland, Matthias de Ligt. Rafael Pimenta. Portuguese, I think. But yeah, I mean, it'd be good if he does move on because, le está quedando un poquito grande.
You see? And I think the team's noticing as well that like, hey, bro, like this fool's going to score double-digit goals every season. We better bank in soon because teams are going to get tired.
Yeah.
Hopefully to a good squad. The last note of the day that I got, Cesar, Efrain Juarez living it up in Colombia. He just won his first trophy as a head coach overall, as the head coach of any team, with Atlético Nacional, just like 3 to 4 months into his tenure with them.
Which is crazy, porque la Liga Colombiana no es tan fácil que digamos.
And they were doing bad.
Yeah.
When he got there. They brought him as a wild card because they needed something to shake it up.
Yeah.
And he came in very questioned, right? A lot of South American countries, I feel like they don't respect Mexican coaches, Mexican players as much. But he came in. He's got good ideas, parece. Y le echó, and he almost got suspended.
Yep.
He got fined.
Yeah.
I don't think he's even on the sidelines.
I don't know where he's at.
I think he's in the palcos.
Yeah.
I didn't watch too much of the game.
Me neither, pero I mean, overall, this is good on Mexican footy. It's good on Efrain Juarez. And he has the league final now that he can make it a double for Atlético Nacional. So kudos to him, excited, y que hopefully he's sobered up now because after the celebration, salió bien pedo to some interviews.
Muy ebrio.
Which were kind of funny, but at the end of the day, like, poquito más celebración bueno, ahorita ya espero que esté.
It was funny, and he got criticized by a lot of Colombian Twitter. Do you see that?
Hombre.
You were just criticizing right now. You're saying
No,
más
no,
profesionalismo, ¿no?
Pero en la forma de que está bien,
Yeah.
ponte pedo. Pero, I mean, avoid the cameras in that
Yeah,
sense,
bro. Just
okay.
get like an Uber closer to the
Sí.
door or something. Because they were interviewing Edwin Cardona, ex Monterrey legend, I guess. He played at Monterrey. And then he jumped in behind and was like, right? And then hella Colombian news outlets were saying, it's una falta de respeto. A coach should not be acting like that. Like, your player is more sober than you are. And está medio pesadón Juárez. So maybe, I don't know, maybe le entra al pisto a good amount.
Pues si se echan whiskey after the game, está bien. Pero, I mean, overall, eso de criticar o decir, no debe de estar así. It's like, it's too much. It's like, se celebró, maybe avoid them. Pero, I mean, at the same time, se vale, porque ganaste.
Yeah, bro, you're a champ.
And now you just got to show it again, right? In this
Huge
league one.
Huge kudos to him, however he found that job. Because I think a lot of young Mexican coaches need to do that. Go y cálate in South America. Because in all honesty, I think that's one of the big reasons why the South American coaches are so sought out in Mexico, because they know how to win. They win in those countries.
Yeah.
There's only one winner a season in Liga MX, right? And that coach is going to stay in that team.
Yeah.
So who do you look for? Champions de Sudamérica, like the Larcamones, like the freaking Almadas, right? That cooks something with random teams, and then you find a gem y te los traes. That's what Juárez is going to be.
Yeah.
In a couple seasons, Monterrey might be like, you played with us.
A couple seasons, I bet you in the summer they'll be asking for him if he wins the doblete.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, como que te da algo, no? Like, it intrigues you. Like, oh, damn.
Es algo exótico que
what
haya
did he
hecho
do?
eso, yeah.
How did he make them go from bad to now they're about to be double champs?
Yeah.
And that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I agree. Y more to him, que vengan más éxitos y que no nomás paren Liga MX, que se vaya a Europa.
He doesn't even have to go to Liga MX.
Right.
He can go straight from Atlético Nacional's a big squad. If he wins both, gets them into Libertadores, has a good Libertadores season.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Vámonos.
Ni vengas a Mexico.
Llévate los mexicanos, go play Copa Libertadores, fuck it.
You should take some to Atlético Nacional. That'd be baller.
Yeah.
Pero no pagan.
Yeah, that's the thing.
All right, Cesar, you ready? Games to watch. Let's go.
We got Barcelona against Atletico Madrid this weekend. Barcelona need this win if they want to stay alive in the title race against an Atletico Madrid who are just 2 points behind them.
In the Premier League, I got Aston Villa versus Manchester City. Pep is trying to figure out a way to win a couple of games, and it's not getting any easier for him. Manchester City currently sitting in a Europa League spot. So a ver cómo le va.
We're going to take it to the championship. We got Watford against Burnley, a match between two teams who were recently in the Prem. We're going to see who takes the win here.
I got two for you guys. I got Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig, the 1 versus the 5 in the Bundesliga. Bayern just lost their first match of the season against Mainz. RB Leipzig is already completely eliminated from Champions League, so maybe they're going to put all their eggs into this match versus Bayern. I also got la final de la Primera de Colombia. Like we just said, Efrain Juarez's Atlético Nacional is trying to go doble campeonato in season, cup, and league. They're going up against Tolima. Venga mi Atlético Nacional. He's only been there for a couple months, and he's already going crazy. So ojalá le toque otra peda.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, folks. Well, that's all that we had for you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And keep looking for us. We have more and more content on Twitch, on Instagram, a whole bunch of stuff coming for the new year. So just come along for the ride. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, and thank you guys for those of you who bought us out. We're sold out of the brown hat, the brown gold-sided hat. We still have the blue and the black one, so if you still want to cop a hat, cop them now before they're gone.
Hit us up. And we'll talk soon, folks.
Peace.
Peace.